Introduction: the ultimate expression of automotive luxury. In an era where the automotive world is rapidly moving toward electrification, downsizing, and efficiency-driven engineering, the Mercedes-Maybach S680 V12 stands as a bold and unapologetic statement. This car exists to remind us of a time when engineering excellence was measured not by kilowatts and range, but by refinement, smoothness, and absolute mechanical perfection. The S680 is not just a luxury sedan, it is the final glorious chapter of the V12-powered limousine. At first glance, the S680 immediately separates itself from even the most luxurious versions of the standard S-Class. The Maybach-specific grille with its vertical chrome slats dominates the front fascia, projecting authority and elegance in equal measure. The upright Mercedes star on the hood is a rare sight in today's automotive landscape, symbolizing tradition, heritage, and prestige. Everything about the exterior design feels deliberate: longer wheelbase, perfectly balanced proportions, and subtle Maybach badging that whispers exclusivity rather than shouting for attention. This is a car designed primarily for those who sit in the rear, not the driver's seat. CEOs, royalty, heads of state, and ultra-high net worth individuals are the intended audience. For them, the Mercedes-Maybach S680 V12 is not transportation, it is a mobile sanctuary, a place where time slows down, noise disappears, and the outside world fades into irrelevance. What truly sets the S680 apart, however, lies beneath its elegantly sculpted hood. The hand-built 6.0-liter twin-turbocharged V12 engine is one of the last of its kind. In a market where even V8s are becoming endangered, this engine represents the peak of traditional internal combustion luxury. It delivers power effortlessly, silently, and without drama, exactly as a Maybach should. Unlike performance sedans that emphasize speed and aggression, the S680 focuses on serenity. It doesn't chase lap times or 0 to 60 bragging rights. Instead, it delivers an experience defined by calm confidence, unmatched smoothness, and absolute composure at any speed. In many ways, the S680 V12 is a farewell letter to an era of automotive opulence that may never return. It is the ultimate expression of what happens when cost, efficiency, and practicality are no longer the priority, only perfection. Exterior design and road presence, quietly dominant. The Mercedes-Maybach S680 V12 does not rely on aggressive lines or flashy design elements to command attention. Instead, it exudes an unmistakable presence through proportion, detail, and restraint. This is luxury expressed through confidence, quiet, deliberate, and impossible to ignore once it enters your field of vision. At the front, the signature Maybach grille immediately sets the tone. Unlike the standard S-Class, the grille features vertical chrome slats that reflect light with subtle elegance rather than excessive shine. Framed by refined LED digital light headlamps, the face of the S680 feels stately rather than sporty. The illuminated grille outline, available in select markets, adds a modern touch while maintaining the car's classic demeanor. Above it all stands the iconic upright Mercedes-Benz hood ornament, an increasingly rare detail that reinforces the S680's connection to the brand's heritage. At the side profile is where the Maybach truly differentiates itself. The extended wheelbase is not merely functional, it dramatically alters the car's visual balance. The long, uninterrupted shoulder line flows seamlessly from front to rear, emphasizing length and elegance. Chrome accents around the windows, lower door trims, and B-pillars subtly highlight the car's luxurious intent without appearing excessive. Unique Maybach exclusive wheels, often 20 or 21 inches in diameter, are designed not for aggression, but for smoothness and visual harmony. Perhaps the most telling detail is the placement of the Maybach emblem on the C-pillar. It's small, discreet, and intentional. This is not a badge meant to attract attention from afar. It's a symbol recognized by those who know exactly what they're looking at. It perfectly encapsulates the S680's philosophy, exclusivity over exhibition. Moving toward the rear, the design remains elegant and conservative. The taillights feature intricate internal graphics that glow softly at night, reinforcing the vehicle's refined character. Chrome accents continue across the rear bumper, providing visual continuity and balance. There is no attempt to look sporty, no exaggerated exhaust tips or sharp edges. Everything feels composed, polished, and timeless. On the road, the S680's presence is undeniable. Other vehicles instinctively make way, not because the Maybach is intimidating, but because it radiates authority. It moves with a sense of inevitability, gliding through traffic with regal composure. Whether parked in front of a luxury hotel or rolling silently down the highway, the Mercedes-Maybach S680 communicates one thing clearly. This is the highest tier of automotive luxury. It's not a car that demands attention, it simply receives it.
Interior and rear seat experience. Luxury redefined from the back seat. Step inside the Mercedes-Maybach S680 V12 and it becomes immediately clear that this car was not designed with the driver as the priority. Everything about the interior, its layout, materials, and technology revolves around the rear passengers. This is not simply a cabin, it is a private lounge crafted with an obsessive attention to detail. The moment the doors close, the outside world disappears. Extensive sound insulation, acoustic glass, and active noise cancellation create an environment of near total silence. Even at highway speeds, road and wind noise are virtually non-existent. The sensation is less like sitting in a car and more like floating inside a luxury hotel suite on wheels. Maybach exclusive Napa leather covers nearly every surface, from the seats to the door panels and even the headliner in some configurations. The leather feels softer, richer, and more supple than what you'll find in a standard S-Class. Open-pore wood trims, polished metal accents, and hand-finished details elevate the interior into a realm that feels bespoke rather than mass-produced. But the real magic happens in the rear seats. The Maybach S680 offers an executive rear seating package, transforming the back into a first-class airline experience. The individual rear seats recline significantly, with powered leg rests that extend smoothly, allowing passengers to fully stretch out. Heated, ventilated, and multi-contour massage functions are standard, offering multiple programs designed to reduce fatigue and enhance relaxation during long journeys. Ambient lighting plays a crucial role in shaping the cabin's atmosphere. With dozens of color options and adjustable brightness, the lighting can be tailored to match any mood, from calming blues for nighttime cruising to warm amber tones for a cozy lounge-like feel. The illumination subtly highlights design lines and textures, never overpowering, always elegant. Technology is seamlessly integrated rather than intrusive. Rear passengers are treated to dual high-resolution entertainment screens mounted behind the front seats, controlled via dedicated tablets or touchscreens. Everything from seat position and climate control to media playback and navigation can be adjusted without ever raising your voice. The Maybach understands that true luxury is effortlessness. Details elevate the experience even further.
Fold-out tables, refrigerated compartments for champagne, silver-plated cup holders with heating and cooling functions, and plush pillows complete the picture. Even the seat belt buckles are presented with a gentle motorized movement, underscoring the level of thought behind every interaction. In the Mercedes-Maybach S680, the rear seat is not a secondary position, it is the main event. This is a car designed for those who value time, comfort, and serenity above all else. And in that mission, the S680 delivers an experience few vehicles on Earth can rival. V12 performance and ride comfort. Effortless power, absolute serenity. At the heart of the Mercedes-Maybach S680 lies one of the most extraordinary engines ever fitted to a production luxury sedan, a 6.0-liter twin-turbocharged V12. In today's automotive landscape, this engine feels almost mythical. It is hand-built, meticulously refined, and engineered not for excitement, but for perfection. This is power without aggression, performance without noise. Producing approximately 621 horsepower and over 738 pound-feet of torque, the S680 delivers its performance in a way that feels almost surreal. Press the accelerator and the response is immediate, yet completely calm. There is no dramatic surge, no aggressive soundtrack, no sense of urgency. Instead, the car simply moves forward with unwavering authority, as if the laws of physics have been politely asked to step aside. The V12's defining characteristic is smoothness. Power delivery is perfectly linear, with torque available from virtually any speed. Whether cruising at low RPM through the city or gliding effortlessly on the highway, the engine remains nearly imperceptible. Even under hard acceleration, the cabin stays remarkably quiet, with only a distant, refined hum reminding you of the immense machinery at work. Paired with a refined automatic transmission and rear-wheel drive configuration, the S680 prioritizes comfort and composure over sportiness. Gear changes are seamless, occurring almost invisibly in the background. The goal is never to engage the driver, it is to isolate the passengers from the mechanics entirely. Ride comfort is where the Maybach truly distinguishes itself. The e-active body control suspension system actively scans the road ahead, adjusting each wheel independently to counter imperfections before occupants can feel them. Potholes, expansion joints, and uneven surfaces are absorbed with remarkable ease. The result is a ride quality that feels almost disconnected from the road, a sensation often described as magic carpet-like. At speed, the S680 remains supremely stable. Crosswinds, rough pavement, and sudden changes in road surface barely register. The steering is light and precise, optimized for smooth inputs rather than dynamic feedback. This is a car designed to reduce effort, not demand involvement. Despite its considerable size and weight, the Maybach S680 never feels cumbersome. Low-speed maneuvering is aided by rear-wheel steering, making tight urban environments surprisingly manageable. High-speed cruising, on the other hand, feels utterly effortless. Long journeys that would normally induce fatigue simply don't. The Mercedes-Maybach S680 does not try to impress with numbers or theatrics. Its brilliance lies in how little it asks of you. The V12 engine, paired with one of the most advanced suspension systems ever created, delivers a driving experience defined by calm, confidence, and total control. This is not performance you feel, it's performance you forget is even there. Value, exclusivity, and final verdict. The last of a dying breed. The Mercedes-Maybach S680 V12 exists in a category of its own. It is not meant to compete on value, nor is it designed to appeal to the masses. This is a car built for a very specific audience, those who understand that true luxury is not about price tags or performance figures, but about experience, presence, and legacy. From a financial perspective, the S680 is undeniably expensive, with pricing that comfortably exceeds most luxury sedans and often rivals ultra-luxury marques like Rolls-Royce and Bentley. It represents a significant investment. But to view the Maybach S680 through the lens of value for money is to completely miss the point. This car is not purchased, it is acquired. What buyers are truly paying for is exclusivity. The V12 engine alone places the S680 among a rapidly shrinking group of vehicles. As emissions regulations tighten and manufacturers move toward electrification, engines like this are disappearing. The Maybach S680 is not just rare, it is historic. It represents the peak of internal combustion refinement, a final statement from an era that prioritized mechanical excellence over efficiency metrics. Then there is the craftsmanship. Every surface, every control, every interaction inside the S680 feels intentional. This is not mass-produced luxury, it is carefully curated. The materials are among the finest in the industry, and the attention to detail borders on obsessive. Nothing feels rushed, nothing feels compromised. But perhaps the most defining quality of the Mercedes-Maybach S680 is how it makes its occupants feel. This car does not excite in the traditional sense. Instead, it calms, reassures, and isolates. It creates a sense of separation from the outside world, a feeling that time has slowed down, that urgency no longer exists. In a fast, noisy, and increasingly chaotic world, that may be the ultimate luxury. For rear seat passengers, the S680 delivers an experience few cars can match. It rivals private jets in comfort, luxury lounges in atmosphere, and five-star hotels in attention to detail. For drivers, it offers effortless control and composure without demanding engagement. So, who is the Mercedes-Maybach S680 V12 really for? It's for those who don't need to prove anything. For those who value silence over speed, refinement over raw power, and legacy over trends. In many ways, the S680 is a farewell, a goodbye to 12 cylinders, to mechanical opulence, and to a philosophy of luxury that may never return in the same form. And that is precisely what makes it special. The Mercedes-Maybach S680 V12 is not just one of the finest luxury sedans ever made. It is the end of an era, executed flawlessly.